Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with Sandi Crosby. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Sandi, I have a quick question. I want your advice. How do you go about getting a buyer's offer accepted in any market, whether it's a seller's market, a buyer's market, like the crazy COVID market that we had where it was like 30 offers every home? How do you stand out and get your buyer's offer accepted?
I think it's interesting because post COVID really taught so many of us how to negotiate extremely strong in order to get our clients' offers accepted. But that also came at a cost. And so I think my first step right now is whether it is a multiple offer situation or a home that's been on the market for 45 days is strong communication. It's me reaching out to the agent and asking the right questions that are going to get information that allows me to put together the best option and advise my buyers on exactly what is going to make this work, especially if they really want the home.
Yeah.
The other side of that is if it's a multiple offer situation, it's really just reading the scene, understanding how many people might be involved. And as you probably know, there's agents who will share information with you and there's agents who won't. And I think it roots down in communication, not just with me, but with the lender that I'm working with. If my lender isn't following up, and I set this expectation because often a buyer brings someone to the transaction that I've never worked with before. And so if I'm able to have the lender respond and follow up within a very, very short period of time after that offer is sent, I think it shows a lot of trust and makes the listing agent curious as to what we have to offer because they can see that we are actively working as a team.
I think so too. It makes them confident that they can trust you and work with you and that you'll be quick to respond.
Yeah. And then I also think that a lot of people would advise to maybe not, put in an appraisal contingency in or remove certain things that I actually think are not feasible because we saw that during COVID where all contingencies were waived and that really left buyers open to a lot of potential hazards that came with the purchasing process. But I think that if people are able to strategically leave certain contingencies in place, because also listing agents aren't fools to know that if you still have a loan contingency in, you probably are going to need an appraisal, which makes it null and void anyways. That there's other ways that you can structure the offer through price, through compensation, through other timeline reductions, and then just, again, being in really, really strong communication throughout the process.
I love it. All right. Well, you're such a great leader, and I think everybody should heed that advice. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.